guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a deck unboxing, and I wasn't originally anticipating on creating a deck unboxing video for the channel today. I, however, just wrapped up my Hades workshop video for the channel and I'm still feeling energized. So I thought, why not, since the opportunity presented itself and I still have energy for the day, why not do a quick unboxing for the channel? So this video was created by Lo Scarabeo, or Lo Scarabeo, and this deck was sent to me for review by Llewellyn, Llewellyn. What? Oh my god. This deck was sent to me for review by Llewellyn. They are the North American distributors for Lo Scarabeo. There was plastic on the little two-piece box that came with the deck. There's a little guidebook, which it's Lo Scarabeo, so... Oh no, it looks... Yeah, it's Lo Scarabeo, so there is multiple languages here. So in English, we're only getting about 51 pages of information here. There is card spreads. There's a section for how to use the deck. Card spreads, you're getting a 1-card draw, 3-card draw, and the floating world spread. That's interesting. And then it goes straight into the card meanings. You get a decent amount of information. There's about a paragraph each for each card. And there's an upright and reversed meaning. The deck is covered in plastic. It's created by Pietro Torino. It's called the Ukiyo Tarot, A Journey into the Floating World. This deck has a very emperor kind of hierarchy energy to it. Just right off the top of my head, just observing the deck so far from what I could see online and just from holding the deck and feeling its energy right now. I just have to break the plastic around the deck and I'm really scared to do this. Don't want to damage it. This concept of a floating world, I wonder if the guidebook talks about it. The floating world, the Japanese term Ukiyo, literally floating world, embodies an artistic and cultural concept that developed in Japan during the Edo period. It evokes the essence of the impermanence and transcendence, of human experiences, as well as an urban lifestyle dedicated to the pursuit of pleasure in all its forms. Oh, that's interesting. It is precisely a careful, historical, and artistic representation on the terms that inspired the artwork of this tarot deck. The world you see represented here is a timeless realm, which has its roots in Japanese culture, but expands beyond it, generating characters immersed in perpetual enchantment with a fleeting beauty that conceals an arcane melancholy. Every moment, while shining with splendor and meaning, is the origin of its own end, installing in the human soul sentiments of nostalgia and regret for what is destined to vanish. Sorry, the print is very small. Accepting the mutability of things means living in the present moment, completely welcoming it in its forms and meanings. The term Ukiyo thus becomes the key to interpreting these tarot cards, providing a perspective through which to grasp the complexity and depth of human experiences. The journey undertaken with these cards is an opportunity to reflect on yourself, on the nature of your experiences, and the transcendent beauty of everything that surrounds you. So there's a title card. Cardstock is like a traditional, it feels a little bit thinner than some of the other Lo Scarabeo decks that I have in my collection. Although I have to admit I don't have many. It is a bit smaller, I think, than a traditional tarot size. What do I have? Here's Witch Sister. Yeah, it's a bit smaller. A little thinner. Looks like it's about the same length, but it's thinner. Here's the Fool card. I like the Magician. I really like the High Priestess. The Empress is beautiful. I like the Emperor. He looks like a dark king. Very fiery, now that I take a closer look at it. I like the rams on his throne. Okay, so I'd say it's pretty true to the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith system. Like, there's a lot of the same symbolism that you see in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith decks. Like the Magician here with the 4 suits here represented. Of course, the High Priestess with the moon symbolism. She's got a crescent moon at the bottom. The Hierophant, he's got his keys at the bottom, right here. So I do think that this is a deck that you could work with if you're new to tarot. The Lovers card is very sweet. I think that this is going to be a very useful deck for self-reflection. The Chariot card. A pretty traditional Strength card with the lion depicted, and then you see the 8 here, the infinity symbol. The Hermit is absolutely beautiful. The Lantern. Here's the Wheel card. I like the flowers in her hair. There's like flowers all around her. Justice is beautiful. The Hanged Man. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be one of my emo decks. Death is absolutely beautiful. That might be one of my favorite depictions of death, actually. Wow, that's absolutely stunning. I'm gonna set that aside and scan it for the journal. Here's Temperance. The Devil's not really doing anything for me. I don't hate it. The Tower is interesting. I like how calm the individual is. It's interesting. I think that's going to be a different take on the Tower card for me. The Star is very beautiful. The Moon card. This is my card in tarot. I'm a Pisces. This is my trump card. Typically my favorite card in the deck, along with Death. I don't know, I'm not feeling this one. It's definitely not my favorite depiction of the moon. It's not bad. I took a closer look and I like that this wolf in the background is almost like fading into the hill or the background. I don't know if you can see that. It's like, almost looks like trees up here, but it's a part of the wolf. Here's the sun. I like Judgment. The World. Okay, now we're going into the minors. We're starting with the Ace of Cups. The Two of Cups. Pretty standard 4. Standard 5. The 6 is sweet. I almost feel like they could be siblings. I like the 7. That's really interesting. The Eight of Cups, I like this depiction. She's already moved on. And she's looking at a new horizon, new opportunities, with an open heart. The Nine of Cups here. Here's the 10. Here's the Page. The 9. Interesting Queen with her dipping her foot in the water over here. I'm interested how this will come up when I pull this card. Here's the King. Ace of Pentacles. This is typically my favorite suit in the deck. Yeah, it's pretty traditional, I'd say. This is very true to Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. Like, this is a very true... Here with the 8, she's probably some kind of a seamstress, although she's hemming her own dress. Here's the 9. Beautiful. I like the 10 with the white wolves in the back. This Knight of Pentacles is almost giving death. That's interesting. It's not giving me a Knight of Pentacles energy. It's giving me more a king, like authoritative. Queen of Pentacles here. And here's the King. Is my camera focusing? Okay, now we're in the Wands. This is going to be a very dark time of the year deck. This is going to be very winter or very late autumn, maybe even Halloween. Its energy feels very dark because the atmosphere is dark. I don't know. Kind of have to work with it to see. Here's the 5. Pretty traditional 5. I like the 6. I like the 7 even more. You get a real sense of raising energy. Pretty typical 8. I was really impressed by the majors, and then I felt like the minors kind of fell flat. It's still a very beautiful deck. It's very true to Rider-Waite-Smith. I almost wish that there was more differences in the imagery and artwork. Maybe that's just a personal preference though. I'm still gonna enjoy working with this deck, I think, though. Is it focusing? Pretty traditional Queen of Wands. Here's the King. Our sword suit. Pretty typical 2 of swords. Very traditional 3 of swords. Need I say more? I like this 5. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Wow. I like this King. Nice anime style deck. Okay, let's pick a card and then read from the guidebook. I got the King of Wands. This king almost feels cold and calculating. There's definitely a very royal energy with the two lions in the back. I feel like this one's very self-motivated, interested in looking good. There's a salamander in the back. So we have a lot of the traditional symbolism. Let's see what the guidebook says about him. King of Wands. This is a direct man with a strong personality, a forthright person who doesn't back down in the face of adversity. He is seated between two lions, symbols of strength and passion. Find a way to express yourself by any means necessary, even if it means subverting the status quo. Reversed. In the restless quest for your goal, there is a risk of adopting too cynical and authoritative of an attitude. So I feel like this deck is going to read very shadow for me. Like, to me, he almost feels too rigid. Very authoritative, he feels. So that was interesting. Yeah, this deck is definitely, it's going to read very shadow. It shuffles nice. And it's not edged, so you can edge it yourself if you like to do that. But this concludes the video. We took a look at the Ukiyo Tarot today. Let me know in the comments section below if you're interested in this deck, if you're planning on picking it up. If you have picked it up, what's your experience so far with the deck? I'm really interested to get to know this deck and just feel for it and do some journaling with the deck. Again, I feel like this is going to be a very shadow work heavy deck, and I'm going to work with this around the darker months of the year. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.